So, hey, man, keep that no day stall streak going. So, I just read, I got notified that the Chargers had one of the worst joint practices ever. And it's concerning. What's the word I could say? It's disturbing, I guess you could say. Bothersome. But the thing about it is that, well, before I go into that, Tyler Biadasz, it looks like he's going to miss some time. I don't know. It's some knee injury. He was catered off the field. I mean, anytime when a guy is catered off the field, it's a problem. So that's concerning. You know, for one of the first times in a long time that Justin Herbert gets a center and his center goes down. It's like Justin Herbert just cannot catch a break. And it's unfortunate because I just talked about this. The media won't give him a break. Nobody gives him a break, and it's terrible. It sucks. I mean, it's like I don't know what it is. The injuries that the Chargers always face has always been so annoying, and we thought that Ben Herbert was going to change that. Evidently, that hasn't been the case at all, and it's serious injuries by serious positions. If it was a wide receiver, whatever, maybe even a running back, whatever, but offensive line, that's annoying. And he just. But I will say this. Oh yeah, then Quentin Johnston, he went down as well. Well, I won't say he went down, but he was kind of limping off the field. It doesn't look like his injury is as serious, and probably just a nag or whatever. But it's like first time the starters go in and go up and they're banged up. They're getting banged up, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell is the issue. I mean, the thing about it is that. And it's kind of like not only with the Chargers, it's kind of the case around a lot of players around the league. I mean, these guys get hurt so easy. And you have to ask yourself, like, why is that the case? Like, and I just have to say, I think it's because not enough football. They're not hitting enough. As soon as they go out, they go in, and if their body experiences the first contact, they get hurt. And it's just the fact of the matter is, like, that's annoying. I think coaches, Jim Harbaugh specifically, says the Chargers is my team. You need to have these guys play, man. Like, they should have played in the first preseason game. They should not have set out. And you know what I'm saying? I think it needs to go back. I think more coaches, if I was coaching in the league, I would have my starters play. I would have them play the first half, or at least the first quarter. You know, if you can't play the first quarter because we're afraid you might get hurt, what the hell are we doing, bro? Like, literally, what are we doing? This is the NFL. Why are you in preseason and you don't want to play? You're just sitting there, just chilling. We're paying you millions of dollars to play football. So I don't like the conservative approach. I really don't like it. I think they should have played last week and against the Texans. At least a series. I was saying a first half, but at least a series, man. It's pathetic. And I mean, a joint practice and he goes down. And Quentin Johnston's hurt. Quentin Johnston always has had little injuries here and there. So, but. And to be honest with you, I don't really care if Quentin Johnston's hurt as much as I care about Tyler Biadasz, because we need that center. We need a strong offensive line for Herbert. And Quentin Johnston injury doesn't hurt as much because I think we got some receivers who can produce while he's out. And it's unfortunate because Quentin Johnston's injury, which his position is not that serious or I should say relevant for Justin Herbert's production, as opposed to a really good center. And Tyler Biadasz was looking like he could be a really, really good center for Justin Herbert. Probably almost as good as Justin Herbert as Corey Linsley was. And he's gone. Well, I ain't say he's gone, but it's not looking promising. I will say this though, but injuries are injuries. They're part of the sport, and I already made my case that coaches shouldn't be so conservative with playing their players. I mean, at least a series in the preseason. And with that being said, if your team needs to be healthy for them to win, they're not that really good of a team. The really, really good teams. Hi. Hi, how's it going? Like, comment, share, subscribe, please. Thanks for watching, thanks for commenting. But please subscribe, and it really helps me out. So thank you so much. But I you're not as good. You're not as good. Your team is not as good if they need to stay healthy to win. The really, really good teams are the ones that they face in all these injuries and they still win. Like, look at the Chiefs. They were facing tons of injuries and they still found a way to win. So I know Charger fans is pissed off. I'm a little irritated, but at the same time, if we have enough faith in our coaching staff and got enough faith in our quarterback, we'll be fine. I think Justin Herbert is just as good, or if not better, than Patrick Mahomes. I think Jim Harbaugh is. I'm not gonna say Jim Harbaugh is the coach as Andy Reid, but I do think he's Eric Bieniemy. Yeah, Eric Bieniemy. So I think that Justin Herbert is surrounded by a good staff for the first time in his career. So the injuries, whatever, I think as long as Justin Herbert has a great coach, has great play calling, has coaches that can call great games, that can put him in great situations, in this coach the game for us to win, we are going to be okay. So, I'm not too. So if any Charter fans are on here, don't worry about it too much. Don't stress out too much about the Tyler Dash situation. We should never be one player away from winning a Super Bowl. Never. If that's the case, we weren't good in the beginning, to be honest. So I think it's all good. So yeah, I will keep you all updated on the injury with Tyler Dash, Quentin Johnston. Even though Quentin Johnston, I think is fine. So, and the Rashawn Slater situation, I forgot about that. That's again. I mean, we should never be one player away, two players away, three players away. It's a team collective sport from winning it all. So, as long as we got great coaches, we'll be fine. And a great quarterback under center, we'll be fine. And we have that. We got a great defensive coordinator. We got a great offensive coordinator. We got a great head coach. And to be honest with you, I think our defensive coordinator, Chris O'Leary, I think he's going to be better than Jesse Minter. I think he's going to be more creative, and I think he's going to be less conservative, and I think he's going to be a little bit more seemed a little bit too rigid at times with his defense, and sometimes that cost us. And also, thought our pass coverage got exposed more than I liked it, which under Jesse Minter. So I think Jesse Minter was a really good defensive coordinator, but I think he's slightly overrated. And I think Chris O'Leary is going to do a better job than Jesse Minter. So as long as our defense is great and Justin Herbert is getting the right calls played for him, and we have a solid running game, we will be perfectly fine. And that's going to happen because Mike McDaniel, he specializes in that. He specializes in great offensive calling, great offensive play calling. So we're good, and we got really good tight ends who Justin Herbert can rely on. Aside of a running back being a quarterback's best friend, a good center, tight ends are exceptional for quarterbacks, for good quarterback play. They really help. So that is a big plus. We got 3 really good, reliable tight ends that can really get Justin Herbert out of situations, and that can really help him to make better, quicker decisions, and that can get him out of hell when he needs help. So talking about Njoku, Oronda Gaston, Cooler. So we're going to be awesome. We're going to be fine. And then you talk about Keaton Mitchell, who can help out with the screens and the short pass yardage. We're good, man. So Tyler Dash situation sucks. Quentin Johnson situation doesn't suck as bad, but it still sucks. Any injury sucks, but it's football. And again, if your team needs to stay healthy for you to win it all, your team isn't good in the beginning. So I believe that what's his name? God, I don't know why these names are missing out. But Joe Ortiz, I believe Joe Ortiz has built a very deep roster, and it's time for Jake Slaughter to say, hey man, this is what we drafted you for you to be able to play center or guard, either one, whichever one is needed for your time to come. So he stepped in for Tyler Beardash to see what Jake Slaughter got. All right. So man, I thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we will be back very soon. No days off. Deuces.